What about you? Welcome to Premier Lawn's video. Today we're going to be doing some myth busting. Let's go. Yeah, today we're scarifying this big garden. Now I have a trick to show you. Whenever you have a robot lawnmower, there's a cable around the outside of the garden and one up the middle, and this acts as a guide to show the lawnmower where to go. So just before we start, we know that there's a cable runs around the outside here, so we're going to just start a foot over and go round. Just to have a quick look at this core, there's not a lot of thatch here. This is predominantly a ryegrass lawn, not expecting to see a lot. Gonna give a quick shout out to Ben Sims over in Australia. Ben, love your content. Man after your own heart. So customer here has this John Deere tractor. It's going to help with the tidy up. The bucket here, put all the waste into the bucket. Now obviously the waste is going to have to be all tidied up anyway, and then we'll bring it over and we'll put it in that, and then that's going to go in the customer's compost bin. So happy days. So the customer just uses this here because he's got fields all around him that he cuts. So he cuts these fields and the fields around it with a John Deere. The only thing I'm going to say about that tractor is boys and their toys. To have a quick look at the stuff that has come out of this, so this is what we would typically expect to come out of a lawn. This is just an organic layer that builds up naturally in your lawn. We call this thatch. It's basically just dead growth, grass, organic layer that just lives just below the surface, in between the soil and the surface. And it's all about maintaining the thatch. A lot of people think that your lawn shouldn't have any thatch. Thatch is actually natural and you want to have some, but it's about maintaining a healthy thatch layer. So that's what we're doing today for the scarifying and aerating. Now, if you're enjoying this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more videos like this. Let's get on with it. So you can just see there's the robot, and then we'll have our line, so we've left plenty of space either side. Now the scarifier shouldn't hit the cable, but it's always best to be safe than sorry. That line is more for the aerator. Don't want to hit that cable and then find out that the robot doesn't work, so for us that'll be more hassle than it's worth. The day after I do the scarifying, I was intending to put down the moss killer. However, the customer has just said to me not to be doing that because they want to seed the lawn. So he watched one of my videos. I did a review of a tool a few years ago, and he bought one of my recommendations. Let's have a look. You guys will be well familiar with it. So he has one of the Landsy spreaders, and he's putting on a product. So he's doing something that I think is quite a good idea. He mixes up his compost in the Landsy spreader, and he puts the seed in there, and then he rolls it on the lawn, and the seed gets on the lawn with that. Jack's magic. I know a lot of people swear by it. It has peat in it. I'm not a big fan of using peat in your lawn. I think that they're about to phase peat out, but we'll see. So I'm just going to let Danny get a wee bit ahead of me, and then I'm going to start getting the blower out, and we'll start getting this tidied up. Because I'm not liking these. There's a lot of big dark clouds here. It was meant to be dry this afternoon, but I always joke, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. If you don't want to be scarifying in the wet, because it's no fun at all. Nope. Now it looks like it's going to rain. There's a lot of really big dark clouds behind me here, so I'm going to have to get the camera away and get on. We want to get this scarified. You absolutely 100% don't want to be scarifying in the wet or trying to clear this up, because it's a nightmare because it's a big garden. So just had our lunch. It tried to rain. It hasn't rained, thankfully. It's going to be a lot easier to tidy this up. This is a trick we do to tidy up if we're just clearing up on our own. I get a lot of questions from people that are maybe thinking about buying a robot lawnmower. A lot of people that sell them will say to you, you don't need to scarify your lawn, you don't need to aerate your lawn, you don't need to feed your lawn. I've heard all those stories before. I thought this lawn would be a pretty good example to show you guys whether or not you should scarify your lawn even if you have a robot lawnmower. This lawn is cut nearly all the time with the robot lawnmower 2 or 3 times a week, and you can see the debris, the mess that's come out of it. They still have the thatch in it that you would expect to have in the lawn, and this lawn is cut all the time with the robot lawnmower unless it's really wet. And you can still see we still have all that lateral growth in the lawn, and you can see all the mess that we've pulled out all around it. I thought I'd bring you back to the lawn. We did the renovation work a couple of weeks ago just to see how well the lawn's come on, for a bit of a before and after. You can see that the colour's coming back into it really well. I'm happy how that lawn's progressing. There's a good chance if you buy a robot lawnmower, the salesman will say to you, you don't need to do any renovation work, you don't need to treat your lawn as the clippings return back down into the lawn. While that is true and you are returning the goodness into the lawn, if you want to get the most out of your lawn, you still need to do the aeration, the scarification, the lawn treatments as we've did here. We've been looking after this lawn for a number of years. We have other customers that have robot lawnmowers too. You still need to carry on with the normal garden maintenance if you want to get the most out of your lawn. So if you're looking to buy a robot lawnmower, I'm not going to cover all the pros and cons in this video about having a robot lawnmower and whether or not you should have them. Yes, they are the future, and yes, as time goes by, we're going to see a lot more of them. I'd say in the next 5 years, you'll see robot lawnmowers where you don't have to put the cable around the lawn. Whenever that happens, they're going to get a lot more popular. But I'm not going to make this about the pros and cons of having a robot lawnmower. But if you'd like me to cover that, leave me a comment down below. Thanks very much for watching. Now watch this video next, and I'll see you over there now.